All right, this next section we're going to be identifying conic sections. So we should be able to write equations of conic sections in their standard form, as well as identify them from their equations. So to start with, we're just going to start with classifying. So these first set of problems we are going to classify as a point, line, parabola, circle, ellipse, or hyperbola. Now we don't need to worry about doing any rewriting, so based on the information that it gives us, we're just going to decide which one it is. So remember, for a parabola, it's kind of an identifying one. So parabola, there is one squared term. Okay, one squared term. And then for the circle, hyperbola, ellipse, there's two square terms. So for the circle and ellipse, we have two positive square terms. Okay. And the circle has the same coefficient. So if we do circle, we're going to have two positive squared terms with the same coefficients. Okay. For the ellipse, same idea. We're going to have two positive square terms with different coefficients. And then for the hyperbola, we will have one negative square term. And hopefully, if we have a line, we know that there are no square terms. And that for something to be a point, it needs to be in parentheses. Okay. And to judge the circle, ellipse, hyperbola, since we have two square terms, those square terms have to be on the same side of the equal sign when we are considering this information. Okay, so first one, we have two positive square terms, and then the numbers in front of them are the same. So this one is a circle. So I'm going to put C for circle. On the next one, we have two square terms. They're not on the same side of the equal sign, so I would have to move one of them. So no matter which one I move, it's going to become negative. So since I have two square terms where one is negative, that is going to be a hyperbola. And I'm going to qualify this. So we have one negative square term, one positive square term. That way we don't confuse it with a parabola, because we could have a negative square term on that one. Okay. All right, third one. So we only have one square term, so parabola. Here we don't have any, so this is a line. Two square terms, both positive. We have different numbers in front of them, so that makes this an ellipse. No square terms, so we have a line. This is a point. So again, 8, two square terms. Numbers in front of them are the same, so this will give us a circle. Here we have two square terms, but they're not on the same side of the equal sign. So if I subtract that over, or if I subtract the other one over, either way we're going to have one negative square term, one positive. So this is a hyperbola. And our last one, so again, two square terms. Both are positive with different numbers in front, so this will be an ellipse.